Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Bioshock 2. In this episode, we get the password from Daniel Wales. And we also have a few unnecessary fights that slow us down quite a bit, so you'll see those in a little bit. And right here we find money under the bed. So this just goes to show you can literally search anywhere and you'll find stuff. And right here, the tripwires, you can just walk right through them. They really don't do much damage. And I believe there's, I'm not sure what they were, but they kill you, whatever I picked up. And that part was kind of scary, but you know, nothing too bad. It's, you know, like I said before, just kind of like those pop-out scenes. But the crossbow is actually a pretty good weapon. It's good to use. It does a lot of damage. I wonder, yeah, right here is, what you call it? There's, two. Where you get this plasma, which is, Hacker's Delay tool, which is when we hack something, we get Adam and Eve, or we get, Adam and Eve. We get Adam and, excuse me, health from it every time we hack it, so that's good. Okay, we're still just, alright, that's the guy we gotta kill, Daniel Wales, and, coming up, I will show you how not to fight in Bioshock 2, because I did a pretty bad job of, trying to fight this guy. And I kept running out of ammo here, I didn't have a lot, to fight him with. Yeah, when you see that red, like those red circles around his head, that means he's controlling a security bot. So, I mean, you can kill the security bots, you can stun them and then hack them, which is what I did. But, you know, they're not too big of a threat. Right here, I wouldn't suggest using the crossbow like I did, because it didn't work too well. But that was the only thing that I had ammo for the time, ammo for at the time, so I would suggest using the rivet gun or like the shotgun, something like that. Also using the electric bolt to stun him, and right here you can see I hack his little bot. You only need to hit the marker on one of the green things or one of the blue things for it to hack a bot. They're pretty easy to hack. And this guy takes me a fairly long time to kill. I don't know why. I guess it was just because the arrows didn't do a lot of damage. And I also believe that if you get headshots, I believe they do more damage. I know for regular splicers, if you hit them in the head, it kills them outright. So, I mean, I guess you can aim for, I guess headshots do more damage. And I like this feature, how that if you shoot one of those crossbow thingies into your enemy and it kills them, you can walk back up to the dead body and get the ammo back out. So, I mean, that's quite useful, where you, you know, you, could save ammo that way, just by, you know, getting it off your, enemies. And, this guy has way too many arrows in him. I believe, if you don't kill him within a certain time period, the arrows start disappearing. And right here, I just used the drill, like, the dash, and I actually killed him, so it actually did a lot of damage. And now he's glowing because he has the code for us. And, in that, audio log, it tells you the code, but you don't need to listen to it, essentially, because when you go back to the keypad, there's a little thing on the side that tells you the code. So as long as you find where the code is in the game, you don't essentially need to write it down or know it. You just have to go back to the keypad, and then the code will be to the right, next to the keypad. So you don't really have to worry too much about you know, writing it down, or, you know, stuff like that. And either way, you can also just go back to the audio log it was in and listen to it again. I bypassed that Big Daddy because I know at this point in time I'm not prepared to fight one, just for the fact that I have no ammo and no health first aid kits. Right there, I didn't know he was dead, so I picked up his dead body, and the one brute slasher, I picked up his dead body and threw it at another brute at the other one. So I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah, the arrows also don't do that much damage to these guys either. So, but the ammos are I'm pretty sure they're one-hit kill for regular splicers. So I would definitely recommend using the arrows on regular splicers, but not. I wouldn't use them on like like heavily armored characters. On the heavily armored characters, you want to use obviously. I forget what they're called. They're like I know the rivet version is called the heavy rivet, but they're like it's like anti-personnel rounds or bullet penetrating rounds or something like that. You want to use those for the bigger enemies, just because obviously the bigger enemies have more armor than the smaller ones. Like these splicers you can just kill with one hit with the crossbow. Nothing too bad. And right here, stock up on some first aid kits because I know we're gonna have to fight soon. So what's called when you see a vending machine, it's always good to stock up on stuff just for the fact that you don't know the next time you will find a vending machine. So that's always a good thing. Let's see. I'll show you the thing I was talking about with the keypad. So you click the keypad, and on the right there on that patch of paper, it shows you the code because you already found it. And right here, the door stops and it's blackout. It's all scary and whatnot, but not really. So you just have to sit there for a few seconds and the power comes back on. But not all of it, some of it. So now we have to fight off Wales's, if that's correct, Wales henchmen, which most of them are spider splicers. So we're gonna have to fight all of them off. And note that I do not finish this battle at the end of this episode. And right here you can see the mini turrets, and I threw it right there, but it like bounced and landed over there. I don't know what happened, but yeah, most of them are spider splicers. The one at the end is boot splicer. So just letting you know. But the spider splicers aren't too hard. If you hit them with the arrows, I'm pretty sure it's one hit kill. It usually is. The rivets also work fairly well against spider splicers. You can see here that the fire upgrade for the rivet gun, like the last upgrade you can get for the rivet gun that sets them on fire, helps a lot. Does extra damage. While I was recording this, I was hoping the entire time I can get the entire battle done, so I'd have a good place to end on. But of course I didn't. I ended with me getting killed by the boot splicer, which you're gonna see at the end. And then, beginning of the next episode, you will see the boot, me hopefully kill the boot splicer. See, yeah, the arrows aren't one hit kill, but I think they're two for the spider splicer, as you can see there. I shot him, didn't kill him outright, but still did a lot of damage. I don't do too great in this battle because one of the spider soldiers kept getting close to me, and that's never a good thing with any enemy. So you want to keep them at a distance, but it's kind of hard because you're kind of fighting in this confined little balcony thing. So alright, here's the two more spider splicers. I believe, yeah, that one kills me. I come back, I kill him, and then brute splicer comes. So that's fun. And also, I believe those red barrels are explosives. So if you want to, you can use telekinesis to throw them at your enemies, which obviously they do a lot of damage. And here's the brute splicer. Now, as you can see, the arrows from the crossbow really don't do that much damage to them. So I'd highly recommend using something else. And it's not even that they don't do that much damage, they're just not very efficient because they do a good portion of damage, but they're too slow to to use effectively against an enemy. Like too slow the firing rate. So I'd use like the rivet gun, like the heavy rivets for the rivet gun. That's a good thing to use for this. And right here I die, so I will see you guys next episode. Alright, bye.